Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Eric with the Hotbox Pizza Truck, and real quick, I'm going to just show you how I make my dough in the morning. Already weighed out my flour. That's in the mixer. I'm making a couple batches today because we're going to be going out to the winery tomorrow night. So, and I measured out my water. Take a little bit of your water, separate it. It's a little too warm. I warmed it up. So that way we can activate the yeast. So this is my cold water, warm water to activate the yeast. And let's get our yeast going. Alright, that goes in there. And you can let it sit and start to dissolve, but I get at it. Get in there with the fork, just mix it up, make sure it's getting dissolved. And I've got a pretty straightforward dough recipe. It's just water. I use all, let's not get into a water debate. I just use regular filtered tap water. And then yeast, flour, and salt. That's it. The oven's so hot, I don't need oil in my dough or anything like that for color. The oven takes care of all that. So this is nice and mixed out. Don't know if you guys can see it. Let's go ahead and get the mixer rolling. And that goes in. Once that's in, the cold water goes in. And as far as dough recipes, you figure out your own. I'm depending on the day, I'm in the 60s for my percentage of moisture or water, so you can figure it out from there, kind of where I'm at. But you could just go online. There's good dough calculators. You put in what size pizzas you want, how many you want, the percentage of water that you want, and you go from there. So while that's going, I go ahead and get my salt ready. Alright, salt's ready. So now let me take you guys over here. And we're getting to just about where I'll go ahead and throw the salt in. And I don't know what everybody else does. I've watched videos and everybody's got their own way, but this is mine. I use good 00 flour and nothing else. And I feel with good flour and a good wood fire oven, I mean that gives you the taste you're looking for right there in the crust. So that's just gonna go for a little bit, and then what I do is I actually shut it off, drop the mixer down, excuse me, and I flip the dough ball over. And all the while, the oven's heating up. That's the great thing about the wood fire oven. You got time to kill, so you might as well make your own dough. You might as well make your own sauce. You might as well shred the cheese from the block. Really, you might as well just do it the right way. you got a few minutes on your hands. You got a couple, hour and a half, 2 hours. It gives you time to cut all your fresh veggies, make your pizza boxes, just get ready for, get set up for the day. Run over and pick up any last minute ingredients that you might need, fresh basil, whatever the case is. So you can see the dough starting to come together. And I'm just going to let it ride out for another minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull it out and flip it over. Alright, shut her down. Alright, and give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it out and give it the flip. And you can feel where that one little area when you flip it over that hasn't been mixed yet. So you can really just let it go out without flipping it, but you got to let it mix a little bit longer. And I like to cut down the time on the mixing so that way the dough doesn't start to get worked too much. And what I do with my dough is it comes out of there, goes in one of these, and I've got different marks on it, and depending on the time of year and the temperature in here, I'll let it sit out anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours, and I know where. At this point I do, how high it rises up to my different levels within the amount of time that I like, and then I'll just go ahead and put it in the fridge after that. Once it's in the fridge, it hangs out there all day, and then later in the afternoon I pull it out, and that's when I start cutting and rolling my dough, which I've done a video with you guys on that, and that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at this dough. It's there for the most part. And you can see how much smoother it's getting. So I'm good with that. I'm going to go ahead and shut that off. And we'll keep this turned this way so you can see the fire and keep the sun out of the camera. So I've got a handful of videos up now. We're just going through a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I hope you guys are enjoying them. I'm having fun doing them. It's a little more work in my day. And I'm just doing it on the cell phone, so from there I just get it in and I pat it all down so it's all level in there, and that way as it rises I know what's going on. So it's going to be like 82 out today. We're in Florida. And it's January. How about that? I guess that's why we live here. So what I'll do is I'll wait till it gets up to 5, and it's 10:30 now. Probably about 12 o'clock it'll be at the 5, and then I'll go ahead. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's at the 4 now. Once it gets up to the 5, it'll probably be around 12 o'clock because of the temperature in here. And then I'll go ahead and put it in the fridge. Some days, like in the summer, if I can get up to 4.5 in an hour. It's warm, the dough's rising fast. and I go ahead and get it in the fridge. So the weather is, you know, a huge factor, especially in a truck. This isn't, you know, it's not like a restaurant where you can keep a nice even temperature all the time. The variables are constantly changing in here. So this is just going to get set out, and that's how I make my dough. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave some comments, hit that subscribe button, let me know if you like what I'm doing. Like I said, water, yeast, salt, 00 flour, that's it. Let it rise. Not everybody has a good wood fire oven, but that's what we're working with, so it really helps with the taste of the dough. And people say they love it, so that's what we're going with. We'll talk to you guys soon. God bless.